Thank you so much for tuning in today for another episode of New Life. Now, of course, we've been talking about, before we even get started, wait a minute. Like, click, subscribe, share, all those good things.
What are we doing? You like it? Share, subscribe.
Yeah, New Life, yeah.
NewLife.com.
Yes.
NewLife.com.
Absolutely.
NewLife.com. You might see the little insertion now because we got a professional videographer. NewLife.com. Jay, NewLife.com.
So listen, now we've been talking a little bit about your principles. Last time we talked about faith. I mean, of course, if you don't mind mentioning, just to refresh our memory, we talked about faith. The next is
you're talking about the three principles again that I live by that helped me through my journey with cancer. It's called the three principles of faith, mindset, and discipline. Last week we had the opportunity to do the series on faith a little bit. We elaborated a little bit. We're going to touch on them a little bit as we go down the road, and then we'll get into them deeper and more, in depth as we go along. We just give you a little bit of, a little tip of the iceberg today, and we'll get into it as time goes on. We'll go back to it and dig into it a little bit deeper. But yes, the three principles are faith, mindset, and discipline, and that's what helped me along with God first. And with the support that I had, that's what helped me get through my battle with stage 4 cholangiocarcinoma, cancer. Yeah, and beat it. And conquer it.
Absolutely.
So what we on today? What's up?
Well, I mean, mindset is so important. And of course, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So mindset, the whole concept of mindset when you're in your battle, take me to it. Like, walk us through it. How do I develop a strong mindset if I'm facing such a tumultuous battle?
Well, the first thing first, man. Like, faith is the foundation. That's the basis of it. And like we said last week, is to tap into the things you believe in, things that are unseen. You know what I mean? And that's the faith. That's the ground. That's the groundwork. And then the next thing is your mindset, how you think. Like we said, how a man think is, so he is. If you have a strong mindset, you can get over anything. Mind is the most powerful tool and a powerful muscle that we have in the human body. And we only use 4% of it. So if we just extract and expand a little bit more, you can delve deep into what it can do and the things and what it unlocks and what it can unlock and what doors you can go through in it. And with me having the disease, it allowed me the opportunity to go into those places, some of those places where I've never been, and just refortify and make it more concrete what I already believed and what my beliefs were. So, in the mindset, I'll take you through that. The definition of a mindset is the habitual mental attitude that determines how you will interpret and respond to situations, good or bad. Whatever the situation is, you can respond to it and you can adapt. You can change and you can overcome. So, with me facing what I had to go a little bit deeper and develop a winning mindset. And that's a strong self-belief with grit, resolution, and the aptitude to shake off the disappointments that you may face. And that, well, my disappointment was having a disease and having only, given 4 months and stuff like to live and, stuff like that. My mindset, I had to develop that winning mindset to take it back to the playing days and to the football field, to whereas you have to be superior to whatever you're facing, whatever it is. You got to be dominant. That's what I was taught, and that's what was instilled by me, and by Coach Gaston and Coach Reese, Coach Burns, and the rest of the guys, and on to college and stuff like that.
So what I mean, and I hear what you're saying, and you make it sound very simplistic. But for the mind who has been kind of trained to succumb to defeat, how do you transition and develop that winning mindset?
I would just say, if you're defeated if you don't try. You know what I mean? If like my mother used to tell me, nothing beats a failure but to try. So if you're already defeated, and if you just get up and rise up against that obstacle, you won already. If you say you can't do something and you get up and you do it, that means you won. And I take small wins. And even with having a disease, the small wins are the wins that get you through the hump. It's not going to be the ultimate. The ultimate win is them saying that is NED, no evidence of disease. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And but then any tragedy in life, the ultimate uh, win is when you can just do things that you thought you couldn't. Like say for instance, even with my workout regimen, I was going through some old clips and just looking at where I was and where I came to and where I am now from doing only being able to do a mile in 60 minutes to be able to do 4 miles in 60 minutes. Capping off my workout and 7 miles, even reaching 8 miles. That's the highest I've been. 8.10 miles. My walk this morning, I did a walk. After coming back from hamstring injury, I did a walk this morning, and that was over 6.5 miles this morning. And I've done that. I worked out every day this week, from Sunday all the way to what it is, Friday. Yeah, worked out from Sunday to Friday every day. So this was, we get strong, and that's what I mean. The winning mindset. I go back to that. It's in you. It's just something that if you work at it constantly and you just chip away, you just chip away, you just chip away, you just chip away, it becomes a habit.
I'm so glad that you actually mentioned the hamstring injury that you had.
What about it?
As much as you work out, mm-hmm. you still have to remember that there are incidents that will happen. Mm-hmm. And instead of allowing it to set you back, you just refocused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that it's important to realize that. Yeah. I would love for you to allow your audience to see some of that clip, that footage of the race.
Listen, I was coming out of retirement. I was fresh out of my situation, and this is the first activity I had a chance to try to get busy at. Now, it wasn't the first race. This is at our the family Janu picnic, family fun day, and this was on Mother's Day a couple weeks back. Mm-hmm. This was actually 2 weeks back, and I had took off the first race I won. I didn't stretch or anything. I don't never stretch or whatever anyway. So I try to get out there thinking I'm young, not realizing that I'm half a century old. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel it. I feel great. So I'm thinking out there in my mind. I have all my brothers lined up.
Because so is a man thinking, so is he.
That's right. Uh-huh. So as the body is, I didn't know the body, they don't work at the same function when you're of this age. And so I lined up next to my brothers. The first race I won, and that's on film. I'm bringing that all. We're gonna bring that all.
Bring that. We bring that. I didn't get that.
It's coming. It's coming.
But you won. I mean, because the
mindset. I was ready. I was gonna get my brothers. Yes. With the exception of Rick, the rest of them were big bro. It was the first time the whole family got together, except Champ. He didn't make it this year, but everybody else was there. I'm lined up and I'm ready to go, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get him, man. And shit, man, I take off the sound, the pow, go. And I was just thinking I have the ocular footage of it that will be coming to follow, and I'll let the viewers be the judge of how the big guy pulled up. The hand he gave out on me, and yeah, you'll see a couple of other situations that was bad, funny, but needless to say.
And I'm glad to say, giving out but not giving up.
That's right. Needless to say, everybody was like, I couldn't make it, and I had to actually be put in the truck and escorted home shortly after that. I didn't even get a chance to finish taking pictures, whatever, with the whole family. So I'm not in that shot. But I had to be escorted off. Mm-hmm. It'd be iced down and stuff like that. But however, I only miraculously, because of the mindset, again, mind you.
Yes.
See that? Yes. I only took 2 days off. Mm-hmm. 2 days.
Correct.
And like the big man, on the third day, Big E rose again. That's right, man. The first day, I rose again. And I was back on that treadmill. And I had to slow it all the way down.
It's again.
I went 2.8. I didn't go. I went 2.8, which is pretty fast.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, and I only did an hour on it. So that was not, So I got close to 3 that day. The next day I got to my 3. Mm-hmm. And then the day after that I got to my 3.25. I rested 1 day after that. And then I was back on it, and I've been going ever since, and I'm back up to before that I was up, right before that situation, I was up to 8 miles. and then I had to go back down, and then now I'm back up to 6.5. I did 6 miles yesterday, 5.5 miles the day before, and I did 6.55, I think, today. I think it was.
So basically, mindset is training.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because the hamstring's still sore, but I would never, you know what I mean? My mind willed me to keep going. I had to do it. I had to keep going. And again,
so why do you have to keep going? That's the question.
Because, man, once, like, it's the same reason why the bell, it goes back to the bell situation, like why I didn't ring the bell. Because, like I said, I'm always, by me being on my back for close to 2 years almost, not being me, not being able to move around like I was, and not being able to, do the normal things that I'm used to, accustomed to doing. It was just the recalibration, and I knew every day I said I would never be in this situation again. If God can give me the strength to not be in this situation again, I would do everything in my power for me to not be caught off guard by any situation. Of course, things in life happens, and things arise, and situations arise, but we must do what we can to adjust and sway and to move and to get into the groove and make the adjustment and make the adaptation to finish the goal, finish the course, finish the mission. You know what I'm saying? The mission is to keep grinding and keep inspiring and keep motivating and keep helping people and to keep pushing people in all facets of life, not just cancer. It's just with everything, with domestic violence, with mental health, with like I said, sickle cell, diabetes, whatever your fight is, man, in life, if, grief or whatever it is. Because, like I said, this my mindset with this week, it kind of was getting to me again. Like, not to go into nothing else, and I don't want to sound like I'm rambling, but it's on my mind. I'll forget if I don't mention it. Shout out to my partner, my brother Xavier Holiday, who we just lost. His birthday was yesterday. Uh, my brother, rest in peace, X, man. And it's my first year without you, man. It's gonna be our first year without Rick. And like I said, you'll see the podcast previously. I lost them two really important people to me in a span of 6 months, and devastating. I would never thought that I would be sitting here without my guys here, just even saying RIP to any of them. But rest in paradise, my bro. And again, that's the reason also, like, I'm on this quest and on this conquest. And this week was pretty much rough for me. I had my other friend, my best friend, my quarterback from high school, he lost his sister. So shout out to Wayne, man. I love you, brother. And God get us through everything, man. And so, just with the losses that I've experienced and the things that have been going on and stuff like that. So it kind of like had me down this weekend. My mindset was like, get up. That's no excuse. You still pushing. You still going. You still getting it. You still alive. God gave you breath. You the evidence. You're the evidence. This is the talk that I'm having with myself. You're the evidence. I have to show people that God sustained me so they can make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than me. It's not for me. It's for everybody else. It's for God's glory, and it's for everybody else. And this is what we're using this platform for, to get the message out to people. And don't give up. The superior mindset always wins. We doing it for the kingdom. So anyway, so for His glory anyway. So if we do it for that, with the mindset, with the faith mindset and the discipline, you can't lose. You can't lose.
Well, that's it. Developing a winning mindset.
That's it.
Okay. Well, again, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, or subscribe, like, and comment.
Whatever you want to do.
However you want to do it. But thank you for tuning in to another episode of New Life. And we actually have a little special clip on mental health following this. Stay tuned. New Life for Life.
For life.